Guys, welcome back to another Anime Crusaders centered showcase video. Yes, the first, maybe only, showcase video ever on this channel. We will be showcasing triple SSS Crusader Lelouch. Yes, the newest insane goated raid secret unit. Pretty difficult raid, I would say, to at least solo. And we'll just see all of his stats, see all of his effects. So far, very nice looking unit. Effects, pretty cool as well. Summoning two guys to shoot the gun sort of reminds me of the Arjun guy from AA a bit. Maybe just because he has the M16s or whatever. We'll see. He does have voice lines. You will hear them in just a second. There you go. Beautiful stuff. Always appreciated with the voice lines in this game. Next move, detonate. Throws a nade. Pretty fucking dope. Boom. Sort of. This unit really does remind me of Homura a bit. I think Homura actually went from shooting guns to throwing grenades to, and then I think it's like a mortar that she used. We'll see if Lelouch keeps that up with his next move. Pretty cool stuff. Also got voice lines occasionally. Not on that one. We'll just wait to hear it again one more time. Very fucking tough. Very tough. Next move, obliterate. RPG. Pretty similar to Homura still. I mean, it's not a mortar, but it's still like something that shoots a rocket. Pretty fucking cool. Massive circle. Not as like a dimple massive, but it's still pretty big. Pretty good range too. Obviously, we ain't complaining about this at all. So let's max him out real quickly. He gets his command nuke ability on his last upgrade. 75k. Pretty expensive. So this guy is clearly like an infinite only unit, I would say, just to max out. Unless you're just running like full farms or something in the good economy game mode. But he does seem very strong. This is him. No buffs, no nothing. Just straight up. I would say he's pretty good. I would say this is definitely very solid. Now, let's move into the passives. We'll mute the effects just for now, just so we can read properly. All units in range gain 10% damage. Not stackable. Pretty self-explanatory. Nothing crazy here. Next one. Imperial chessboard. A lot of words. Let's get to it. Zero can assign 3 chess pieces to units in range. A maximum of 2 pieces can be assigned to the same unit. Interesting. There is a 60-second cooldown before you can reassign a piece. Queen grants 20% range and minus 10% cooldown. The Knight grants 20% damage. The Pawn grants 5% damage, minus 5% cooldown, and 5% range. Pretty good. After defeating 50 enemies, this unit's pawn piece promotes into a queen piece, granting all of the queen's piece effects for 15 seconds. So, I mean, the pawn, although being the current weakest, just like in chess, it can scale up pretty high, although only temporarily. But 15 seconds is not bad, especially with 50 takedowns. I'd say that makes pawn, you shouldn't sleep on this one. This is pretty fucking good. Especially, if it stacks with these two, I would say that's pretty fucking strong. If all pieces are assigned, Zero gains 10% damage, minus 10% SPA, and 10% range. So obviously once you have one of each piece on the board, Zero gets even stronger, and we will see that soon. Knight of Rebellion. He spawns a Dark Knight every 100 seconds. Dark Knight's health is equal to 1000% of Zero's damage. So what's that? 10x, I believe. And this is a global cooldown per player. So if you have as many Lelouches as you can. I think that ability is currently broken because as you can see, there are no summons coming out of the spawn whatsoever. So hopefully that gets fixed sooner than later. But still pretty strong. Next thing is his nuke, the final upgrade. Zero orders his Dark Knight to unleash its full power, flying across the map and obliterating everything in its path, dealing 2000% of Zero's damage to every enemy on the map. So 20x, 182k. You guys can do the math. It's a fuck ton. This can only be used once per match, and it's per player. So if you have 4 Lelouches, you have 4 nukes. Pretty fucking good. So what we'll do, we'll see Lelouch's stats with 3 pieces on the board. I brought my Reagan, my Alucard, and my Broly. And so you click command, brings up this menu. You've got the nuke, queen, knight, and pawn. So let's give the pawn to Broly. Collect selection. Yep, we want to give it to him. As you can see, his damage already went up since he started with 12,000. Now he's on 15,000. Next one. Knight, 20% damage. Let's give that to Alucard. He's on 12k damage right now. Brings up to 14k. Not too bad whatsoever. Command. Queen, 20% range, minus 10% cooldown. Let's give that to Reagan. Reagan's at 5 SPA and 17 range. 4.5 and 20 range. Not bad at all. And now Lelouch is at a whopping total of 201k damage, 5.4 seconds SPA, and 37.6 range. Did that? Yeah. So he just gets 10% of everything, minus 10% on the SPA, 37k DPS. Not bad at all. This is not, obviously, he's still got summons. No summons here, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Let's sell these fellas really quickly, and we'll turn the effects on just so we can see this nuke. We'll get a bit of enemies to spawn in first, just so we can see it. I think we'll be good now. So let's try it out. It's literally a fucking nuke. There's a plane. I heard a plane. I don't know if my audio is too low for the YouTube, but there was a plane. You could hear it come by, and it just drops the nuke down. And that is whole map, kills everyone. But yeah, pretty fucking cool. As you saw, I also just sold those pieces, and his buff is still here. Pretty interesting. New buff, Hercule Physical at max. He can do 60% physical damage, so we'll max him out right here and see what Lelouch is looking like. Well, this is most definitely a support-centered update. A lot of supports got added here. A lot of old units have been buffed too. But this guy looks pretty fucking crazy, and I would probably say this is probably the best unit in the game, without a doubt. Yeah. So there's Lelouch, triple SSS, Crusader, decent cosmetic, if not mid. I wish he had sleeves, and I wish the actual body part of the cloak was gone, not gonna lie. But he's quite impressive. Very impressive.